There are some situations where you may want to alter the way your worksheet is arranged, and views can help. We've returned here to the census population data. Let's consider the situation where you want to see the data for just the last 2 census periods. In this situation, you don't want to see all the data for the earlier periods. However, your boss uses this worksheet too, and they want to see it all. Luckily, views let you arrange the one worksheet to suit both your needs. Let's start with organizing things for your boss. We'll create a view that shows all the data in the workbook, because that's what your boss wants to see when they use this workbook. To do this, I'm going to choose View and then Custom Views, and I'll click Add. We'll type all the data as the name for the view, but we could call it anything we like, and I'm going to select Print Settings and Hidden Rows, Columns and Filter Settings and click OK. That's configured this default view of the worksheet as a view. I'll now go ahead and hide the data for all the columns except for those that relate to the years 2000 and 2010. So I'm going to select all these combinations of columns here, right-click and choose Hide. And so now I've squeezed down this worksheet so that it only shows the most recent census data for the last 2 census. Now let's consider that we might want a file name and path in the header and a date in the footer, so we'll add these too. I'll click Insert and then Text and then Header and Footer. I'm going to put today's date in the header here, so I'll click Current Date. And I want the file name and path in the footer, so it's easy for me to find this file later on, so I'll click File Path. And now that this is all created, I'll go back to the regular view of the worksheet. Just click in the worksheet and click this option here, and we're going to create this as a view. So I'm going to click the View tab and click Custom Views, and this is going to be a special view. So I'll click Add and I'll type 2000 2010 to indicate that this is a view that shows the data for just the 2000 and 2010 census. I'm going to include Print Settings and Hidden Rows, Columns and Filter Settings and click OK. Let's go and check the print preview. I'll choose File and then Print, and with this view of the data you can see that the header and footer have the required information in them. We'll just go back to the worksheet and now look and see what your boss would do when they come to work on the worksheet. They would click the View tab, click Custom Views, select their view of the worksheet and click Show. And when we do this, let's have a look and see what happens in the print preview. You see there is no header or footer on this preview because we didn't add it to that view. We only added it to the special view that only shows 2 census worth of data. It's very easy to switch between these views by just selecting the view you want to see and click Show. And here you can see that Excel has squeezed up all these columns. This is a very useful feature to use when different people want to see a single workbook in different ways, or when you need to view the data in different ways. Views save you from having to manually set everything up each time that you want to change the look of the worksheet.